Hey yo, what it do? This your boy Tony Totebag, and this is Culture Topics.
Wow.
Salute to my hustlers and what's poppin' to my entrepreneurs. Dallas, Texas, stand up. East, West, North, South Dallas, what's the business, baby? Highland Hills, what it do, man? Duncanville, DeSoto, you know what I'm saying? Plano, Frisco, Richardson, Agtown, what it do, man? I'm back in the studio, man, and it is story time, you know what I'm saying? Having slight complications, you know what I'm saying, with the recording process today. Hey, but we gonna keep it moving, man. We gonna go to the we're gonna take you back to the detention center, but only this is gonna be the first time I ever went to the detention center back when I was a teenager, man, and I went for not snitching. And I would appreciate if you guys like, share, and subscribe to the channel, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe if you're feeling the vibe, you know what I'm saying? We're taking you back to the detention center, you know what I'm saying? The first time I ever had to go, you know what I'm saying? And this, I ain't even do nothing, you know what I'm saying, on this episode, you know what I'm saying? So here we go. Man, okay, we about 5-6 deep in front of the apartments, how we used to hang out, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of hot at that time, you know what I'm saying? I don't mean degrees, I mean the police, you know what I'm saying? So they was swooping down on us, trying to catch us doing something, catch us dirty. And you know, dirty means you got something illegal on you. And at this particular time, only one of us had something dirty on us. So, you know what I'm saying, we good. So police swoop in, you know what I'm saying? And before they had a chance to see my guy, you know what I'm saying, that was a little dirty, he dipped back into the apartments, you know what I'm saying? So they didn't really have time but to catch us, all the rest of us in the front of the apartment standing out. He was standing in the breezeway, so he got ghost. Meow, he was gone, you know what I'm saying? So it's just us standing in the front, the ones that are clean, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, you know what I'm saying? So we clean, we thinking, you know what I'm saying, they gonna shake us down a little bit and then get on about their way, you know what I'm saying? Gone, you know what I'm saying? So we getting ready to go through this process, you know what I'm saying? So they came 2 cars deep, I think 2 or 3 cars deep this particular time. So they had enough men to question all of us at the same time. Now, this where it gets a little tricky for me. You know what I'm saying? So my guy, one of my guys, you know what I'm saying, he was very irate, he was being disgruntled, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't trying to hid, he was standing on business. He didn't want to cooperate with him at all, you know what I'm saying? And the rest of us, you know, we gave him our names or whatever. He didn't, my guy, he didn't want to give him his name, you know what I'm saying? So that's where the problem would lie, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, so I'm one of the cops, I'm facing all of the action, you know what I'm saying? Where they got me, I can see everything. So one of the cops is in the car messing with his computer or whatever, and one cop he's standing by me, you know what I'm saying? So after a while of me watching my boy act a fool and not cooperate with the laws and everything, and just, you know, pretty much peeping the scene, the police that was sitting in the car, he points at me. So when he pointed at your boy, the cop that was standing next to me or whatever, you know, questioning me or just really pretty much holding me there and asking me little basic questions, he started pressing me about, you know, what my homeboy name was, and I wouldn't give it to him, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was gonna have to do y'all job, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit up here and help y'all, you know what I'm saying, take my boy to jail potentially, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna tell y'all his name, you know what I'm saying? I don't know his name. And they're like, well, you don't know his name, you're standing out here with him and you don't know his name. I'm like, nah, I don't know his name. Well, and then so they say, well, if you don't know his name, we're gonna take you to jail. I was like, oh, what? You know what I'm saying? Taking me to jail. So I'm still not talking, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of thinking they bluffing, you know what I'm saying? Because what they going to take me to jail for? What they going to book me for? I'm clean, you know what I'm saying? And I don't have any warrants, you know what I'm saying? So, but they had other plans for your boy, you know what I'm saying? They had other plans for me, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, they throw me in the car. They throw me in the back seat One sit on my left, one sit on my right, and the one in the, there was one and two in the front, so it was four cops and me in the back. It was five of us in the police car. One of them, the one in the front, had a notepad. So they drove off with me, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know what they were, you know. They still had my people in front of the apartments questioning them, and they take off with me sitting in the middle, and they got one on each side, and then the one in the front handed the guy in the back a notepad. So he was like, man, look here. He was like, just check it out. He was like, we'll drop you off and let you go if you tell us what your friend's name was. Give us some information on your friend, and we can turn around and you don't have to go to jail or whatever. And I didn't want to go to jail, true enough, you know what I'm saying, but I wasn't finna, you know, tell on my boy, you know what I'm saying. I couldn't do it. Even though out of the stories that I heard about, you know what I'm saying, about the jail and things like that, out of the horror stories we used to listen to the older guys tell at night on the block, I still wasn't trying to hear it, man. I wasn't gonna snitch on my guy, you know what I'm saying. So I say, off to jail, we're gonna have to go. So, you know, they tried to get me to tell pretty much all the way to where they took me first. They took me to the marshal's office first, you know what I'm saying. So a whole bunch of beds off in there or whatever. That's where I met some few House Street, you know what I'm saying, outside OGs up in there, you know what I'm saying. So they looking at me like, man, y'all, what you doing up in here, man? What you doing up in here? You know what I'm saying? They teasing, they jugging at me, you know what I'm saying. I let them know, man, really, I said, I ain't do nothing, you know what I'm saying. They trying to get me to tell on my boy, and I ain't want to go for it, you know what I'm saying. So now they done brought me here, you know what I'm saying. I ain't even never been here. So they like, what? You know what I'm saying? So I could tell they was kind of, you know what I'm saying, they like that, you know what I'm saying. Now, you know, nobody like a snitch, you know what I'm saying. And at this time, the word snitch or whatever, that wasn't even like a popular term or whatever, you know, snitching and telling on your homeboys and that being a big topic of the conversation. It wasn't like that back then. If you was real, you just knew not to tell on your boy, you know what I'm saying. It would be years later, you know what I'm saying, these days, to where snitching and telling and cooperating would be a popular discussion. But back then it wasn't, you know what I'm saying. You was expected to stand on business. So those House Street OGs, they was loving that, you know what I'm saying, that I didn't tell. So I kicked it with them for a while. I can't really remember how long we was up in there. So we was up in there for a while. Then they take us to the detention center, you know what I'm saying. I'm like, God damn, all that shit, you know what I'm saying. They taking me through, you know what I'm saying, just for not telling. And you know what I'm saying. So they take us to the detention center. This is my first time there. So as far as where they took us, I didn't understand, you know what I'm saying. Now I do understand where they took us. They took us to like across from a module or a dorm where other inmates, you know, that were really living there, real inmates that were dressed out and had commissary and stuff. They took us to a dorm across the hall from them, so we can look out our window or whatever and see real inmates or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That was tripping me out. You know, I'm pretty sure everybody else, you know, they were older or whatever, had been through that, most likely, and I'm pretty sure they have. But for me, you know, I hadn't, you know what I'm saying. We in regular clothes, and just we look right through the window, and it's inmates dressed out or whatever. So, you know, I was tripping off of that. But, you know, years later, I would go back and be up and down those hallways, and I would understand where they had me. But where they had me when I went back, it was no, you know, street people there at all, period. You know what I'm saying? It was only inmates. But they had us integrated with you know, inmates that were there serving time. So that's how that went. And I would say we were there for about an additional 12 hours there, because I know it was the next day, and then they went ahead and kicked me out. They let me out, and I was back on the streets, you know what I'm saying. I had been gone for about a day and a half or whatever for not telling on my boy. But you know what I'm saying, I don't regret it, you know what I'm saying. It was an experience. I never been back to the marshal's office, but I had been back, you know what I'm saying, to the detention center. So, you know, that's my story, man. First experience in the detention center, man. It was for not telling on my boy, for not squealing on him, you know what I'm saying? Standing tall with my guy, you know what I'm saying? Big salute to him, you know what I'm saying? My guy still rocking, still standing tall. So, man, until next time, man, I'm going to tell y'all, peace to my hustlers and salute to them entrepreneurs, man. This your boy Tony Totebag, the founder of East Style Fashion. And I'm out, baby. Peace.